Hi guys, Mr. Pablo so back with another video. And this time we are in the village called La Peral, which belongs to Somiedo, where we are about to start the trail Ruta de la Peral a Villar de Vildas, or Trail of La Peral to Villar de Vildas. And I'm going to tell you everything about it in the way there.
Well, this is one of those really demanding trails. It starts in La Peral, which is at an altitude of 4,344 feet, and ends up in Villar de Vildas 10.9 miles later. Because this is a linear trail, you will have to go all the way back and complete a total of 21.8 miles. At least that's what my GPS system is telling me. As for the trailing itself, it starts with a 2.5 miles uphill with an elevation gain of 1,296, and then the last 5.2 miles are downhill with an elevation loss of 2,871 feet. Remember that since you have to go all the way back, what was downhill prior becomes uphill, so be aware of that. As for the highlights of the trail, I'd say there are a few actually. It's a very beautiful trail, I have to say. The first one is the animals that you will have the chance to see, especially if you start the trail early in the morning. In this particular video, you will have the chance to see chamois. The views of the mountains of Somiedo, especially when you are in the highest point, which is covered in snow in this particular video, and it has a very, very beautiful views. Then you have we will visit the biggest braña in Somiedo, which is Villar de Pornacal, which has a total of 32 teitos or huts. And finally, there is a beautiful waterfall that we will have the chance to see in the distance. Well, as a side note, when I was doing this trail, I saw this poor horse that you see far away with his front legs chained together. And I thought it was a very cruel way of treating an animal, a noble animal like a horse. And I really wish I had some way of cutting those chains to free this poor animal from that horrible suffering. Unfortunately, I didn't have any. Some people. Well, this is the first braña of the trail. It's called Braña Los Cuartos, and actually it's an ideal place for stopping for lunch if you are in the right time and you have time. This is actually smaller than Braña La Pornacal, which is the biggest one in Somiedo actually, but is older. I'm going to show you very little footage of this particular place, and the reason for that is because I will be visiting this place in the next trail, which is a variant of this one, but much shorter. Is the code name PRAS 14.1. So stay tuned, because next week you will have a good view of this braña too. Well, so once we pass the waterfall, we keep going for a little bit longer, and we arrive to another of the highlights of this trail, which is the Braña La Pornacal. The biggest one in Somiedo, 32 huts, and a beautiful place to stop and have a look around. We will have the chance to see this braña in detail in our next trail. That, as I was saying before, is a variant of this particular one, although shorter, and hence giving me much more time to stop and have a good look at the different places.
Okay guys, we just arrived to Villar de Vildas, which is the end of the trail, and now it's time to head back to the car and walk the same distance to reach the car. So it's going to be a long walk. In any case, I wanted to say thank you for you to joining me in this hike. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe. And also, as I usually do, I want to say goodbye by saying I hope life is giving you plenty of opportunities to smile, and if it doesn't, please keep fighting, as it is a matter of time. So until the next video, have a great day.